Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Collector's Den. I am the Collector's Detective, and today we are talking about Spider-Man issue 2. Now, I am fired up and ready to talk about this. I'm going to say first of all, this was not as offensively bad as issue 1. I do think that is because the damage has already been done, however. Overall, it's artwork is great. Again, Sarah Pacelli has just done fantastic work. I'm really enjoying the artwork. I think that is the only thing that's really getting me through this. That is the only good thing I can really say about this comic, unfortunately. Again, I really want to enjoy this. I want to like this. I love the character of Spider-Man. This is not Spider-Man. You've continued on the same stories from the first one in terms of there's no character development really. There's not much going on. You've introduced the angsty teen of Ben Parker, and he doesn't really do too much in this issue either. They've they've pushed and doubled down on Peter Parker being like an absentee father, and I don't like that. I really don't. It might just be me, but I personally feel that for this character, considering he's someone who has lost both his parents and his Uncle Ben, he would want to do whatever he possibly can since the death of Mary Jane to help his son, to develop his son, to be there. But that goes out the window. It doesn't matter, really. No. He's absentee father. It seems like a really bad choice, really bad. And there's not too much that happens in this. And what does happen, it seems coincidentally kind of funny, unfortunately, and it's not meant to be. The love interest, if you can put it that way, Faye picks Ben Parker up to go to what looks like a fancy dress party. She asks him if he's got anything to wear. He picks up one of his dad's old Spider-Man costumes, and they go out wanting to spray paint and tag places because that will help a lot of things. They get caught by the police, and he decides, why not? I'm going to give something a go. I'm going to web swing. What? There was no indication that he put on the web shooters at all, and he just seems able to do it easily, because why wouldn't he? And then comes what I think could possibly be the most offensive thing in this comic, and it's a very, very Abrams way of saying that characters are dead. Ben, swinging through the city with Faye, hits into a billboard of which it says, "Remember the Fallen," and has a picture of Hulk, Thor, Captain America, and Black Widow. So obviously in this continuity, in this universe, they're dead. 4 Avengers just dead. That's J.J. Abrams. That is really J.J. Abrams. And there's nothing more to really say about this. It doesn't progress the characters further. The biggest thing for me that falls short is the villain. I'm not a big fan of the name Cadaverous, but no, that's neither here nor there. He hasn't got any motivation. We've had 2 issues now of I think this is a 6-issue run. We don't know what he's after. He keeps saying about he needs to heal, he needs the key. For what? There is no sense of fear for this villain. There's no sense of motivation. Some of the greatest villains are ones that you know their motivation straight away. It can be world domination, it can be something that cliched, but at least you know. This, you can't fear a villain that you don't know what he wants. And he spends the first 2 issues wanting to heal. There's nothing there. And that is what's very frustrating for me. Throughout both of these issues, there is nothing there. There is no character development. There's nothing pushing the story forward. We've had MJ dead, Peter being an absentee father, his son is an angsty teen that just wants to rebel against the world. That's it. We've had 2 issues, and that's all there is. It's underwhelming, to say the least. This is not something... If you had one of the biggest writer-directors in Hollywood doing a story in a comic, this is not what I would have envisioned. I know I said in the last one that this is definitely more Henry Abrams than JJ. His name's on there to sell the book. But even with his name just to sell the book, you would have thought he'd given his son a bit of comforting, a bit of help with this. Maybe he likes it. If he does, really. But it's another issue that just falls flat for me. I'm not connecting with the character of Ben. I don't like what they've done with Peter. And I really didn't like killing off MJ. It was like 4 pages in the first issue. I don't like that. There was no point to it. I will say the ending of this issue gives just a little bit of hope for the next few. Peter's back, and I'm hoping that at least the next issue will have Peter actually training Ben on how to be a better Spider-Man, how to develop him as a character and push him forward. Because obviously in this comic, Peter can't be Spider-Man anymore. He's missing an arm. He's like I said, he's given up. He doesn't want to do that and be part of that life anymore. So I'm hoping issue 3, we can essentially get an 80s training montage of Peter and Ben. And I'm not going to say that will completely redeem the series for me, but I think that's a start. I really do. Other than that, unfortunately, it just falls a little bit flat for me. I can't get into the character of Ben. I want to like him. I want to enjoy this, but I can't enjoy it that much, unfortunately. It's seeming a bit more of a slog to get through than I was hoping. I think it's just the artwork that is, and don't get me wrong, the artwork is great. The artwork is great. Like I said, Sarah Pichelli's done some really great work with this, and I hope that in the next 4 issues we just get something a bit better. We get some more character development. We get some more story. We need to know what the villain's motive is. We need a sense of fear. We need a sense of fear from the villain. We need a sense of hope, and yet also fun from Ben. He has just discovered that he has powers. He's a teenage boy with Spider-Man powers, with a Spider-Man suit. Either that would go one of 2 ways. He would absolutely love life and enjoy himself, or he'd be terrified at the prospect of having this responsibility. But we get none of that. But I am hoping the next issue will be better. I'm hoping the next issue will develop a little bit more. I will let you know as soon as I get it. I will be reading it, and I will keep you guys informed. if you guys have read Spider-Man or Spider-Man issue 2 in this case, let me know down in the comments, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It really, really helps me out and I appreciate everything. And I will see you in the next video.